Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to have Bill Gates. Bill, thanks.
It's Cates with a C, not Gates with a G. Bill
They
Gates.
told me you were Bill Gates. I was so excited. Oh, wait,
Bill Gates has a lot of money. Bill Cates, that's me. I'm going to help you make a lot of money.
Bill Gates.
Cates, right?
Bill is a mastermind. He is part of the very prestigious $1 Million Speakers Club. But not only are you a $1 Million Speaker Club, you speak to the Speakers Club. Tell me about the big event that you spoke in South America.
Yeah, so I ran a program called the $1 Million Speakers Group, and it's folks like me and Jason Forrest and Randy Gage and all kinds of folks who have businesses around speaking, thought leadership that generate over $1 million a year. And so I ran that for a couple of years.
And yeah, Bill is the pros pro. He trains the people that train the people. And Bill is a referral expert. He's a referral coach. Why is referrals so important? And I want to hear about your newest book.
So actually, referrals are worthless. Look, referrals are important. We all know that, but they're worthless unless we turn it into a connection. So my latest book is called Beyond Referrals. So we talk about how to get the referral, but then we talk about how to create the introduction, because these days, I mean, it's just hard to reach people, right? People don't answer their phones. If you call a cell phone and your name doesn't come up in the phone, they're not going to pick it up, right? So we got to get connected, be it an email handshake or whatever. So in Beyond Referrals, we talk about getting referrals, turning the referrals into an introduction. Then we got to set the appointment, right? We got to call this prospect. We got to get together, and how you do that through a referral and introduction is a different process than through other lead sources. And ultimately, you have to make the sale. You have to gain the new client. So we're going beyond referrals to actually creating the full connection and then gaining the new client.
I love that. I want to know, how can I find your new book? Do you have a website? What's the best way for us to connect with you?
Yeah, referralcoach.com, and all my books, Beyond Referrals, Get More Referrals Now, Don't Keep Me a Secret, they're all there, and we have a lot of other things. I speak to organizations, obviously, and I help people become more referable to make sure that they're getting referrals and introductions without even asking, and then how to be appropriately proactive, how to ask appropriately without pushing or begging, and then, of course, how to turn a referral into the connection, into the introduction.
And I know that this is so important. I don't know what the latest. I think the cost of a new client is something like $500 for a home builder.
Yeah, I mean, every business needs to know the cost per opportunity, right? What does it cost to be in front of that prospective client or customer, and what does it cost for a referral? Well, nothing. Maybe a little courage if you haven't been doing it, maybe a little thank you something if you want to, but for the most part, you can drive your acquisition costs down. Working from referrals and introductions is actually one of the few marketing strategies that will actually increase revenue and not increase or even decrease marketing costs at the same time. There are very few things that can create that kind of impact.
Who doesn't want to do that? I mean, marketing is, we don't want to Bill will teach you how to not outspend your competition, but how to outsmart your competition. It sounds like that's what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, exactly. How do we increase revenue without increasing, marketing expenses? And it's not to replace a marketing department. It's not to replace all the other great stuff you're doing online, et cetera. It's to supplement that and increase that so that your cost per opportunity goes way down.
And Bill is the big keynote speaker here at the FPG, Human Performance Unleashed. What do you think about this event so far?
That's a crazy event. I love it. I mean, they talk about unleashed. I never thought of it like that way. I was thinking unleashed was when my dog gets away, right, from the thunder. But this is different. This is unleashing our psyche, unleashing our heart, unleashing our minds. So I've actually created a referral program with the Forest Performance Group called Referrals Unleashed. And so you're about to get a taste of that when I go on stage, and it's about how to do all this, how to be referable, get referrals, et cetera.
I love it. I love that you're doing this. If you can give 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or 20, I'm just joking, give me just a couple of quick tips for referrals, okay?
Sure. So the first thing is being referable, right? So being referable is about creating the sense of engagement. They have to get a sense of engagement with you, the value that you bring, the process that you bring, and then who you are as an individual. So we're always working on those levels. Then I mentioned earlier, you got to be appropriately proactive. So there's 2 ways to be proactive. One is to promote referrals or introductions, which is what most people do. And I've been teaching a phrase for years. I didn't make it up. It's called, or what I say is, don't keep me a secret. Don't keep us a secret. Don't keep me a secret. Don't keep the great work we do a secret. Lots of different ways to say that, and it goes into their unconscious. And then later, they're having a conversation around the fact that they're looking at a new home or whatever, and they go, oh, you should talk to those guys, and because he just plants that seed. Never too busy to help others or be a resource for others. Lots of ways to promote it. And then, of course, we want to be able to ask. And we want to be able to ask without looking like an over-aggressive life insurance agent. I work with life insurance agents, and I tell them that the methodologies they've used over the years have been just too aggressive, too pushy, and we don't want to look like that. People are afraid to ask for referrals because they don't want to make the client or customer feel like they're being put on the spot. So the key here is to have an approach, we call it the VIPS method, that allows you to ask without anyone feeling like they're being put on the spot. And so it's all in how you ask. You can ask without being pushy. You can ask, be confident, but without being pushy, and that's the key to do that. And then if someone doesn't want to have the conversation, how do you back off? Well, you back off with grace. You back off planting a seed. So you say, look, that's fine. If you identify someone you think should know about this opportunity, just don't keep us a secret. Fair enough? And they go, fair enough. And then you're done. And you've planted the seed for down the road.
Now, you're a big member of the National Speakers Association, and you do a lot of things. Maybe one or two tips, because you're about to give a big keynote. Tell me about the mindset, or give me one, because a lot of us have to go talk to organizations of realtors or give a presentation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple things around that. Why? The most important thing I learned a long time ago is that you want to connect with the audience first. Right? They want you to be good. They want to like you. You got to connect. There's different ways to connect. I'll shake hands before I go up. You can connect with an interesting fact, or maybe a counterintuitive thought like referrals are worthless, and people go, what do you mean about that? Or you can connect with a story, with humor. So there's lots of ways to connect. So not telling jokes, not bada boom, but something personal, maybe even self-effacing humor is always good. You connect with the audience first, and then when you connect, you can make all the other mistakes. You can say you can lean against the podium, you can put your hand in your pocket. Once you've connected and they kind of like you, then they want to hear from you, everything gets a lot easier. For me, one of the biggest things is knowing my opening. What are the first few words that are going to come out of my mouth? I've got it, I know it, I've done it a zillion times, and so any butterflies I might feel, which I don't feel much anymore, but they go away because I know exactly what I'm going to do. So it's about confidence as well.
Really appreciate the suggestions. I know you've been on multiple platforms and different media outlets. How does it feel to be on newhomesales.com?
Oh, it feels great. Are you kidding me? I mean, you're doing great work. You're doing great work for the industry, an important industry. Obviously, it's a kind of a leading edge of the economy, right, when new home sales are doing well. And so it's great to work with you, and I love your enthusiasm.
So, and I've got an idea for you. So Bill Gates owns Microsoft, and you're creating a...
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of moved on to, now he's giving his money away is what he's doing.
Yeah, so now you're creating like an easier, softer way to get referrals. Is that right?
That's correct.
You could create Referral Soft instead of Microsoft. Bill Gates, not that good, is it?
No, actually, I really like that. I'm going to go get that URL. Before this video airs.
I will keep it. No, thanks a lot, and I appreciate your support. But yeah, Bill Gates Referral Soft.
It's beautiful. It's a good thing. Please don't keep it a secret.
We won't. And listen, don't keep New Home Sales this season. We are working really hard to bring you great content. International experts like my friend here, Bill Gates. Thanks for all you do.
Quint.
Yeah,
That's great.
And we're really looking forward. I know you've got to go into the keynote right now.
Yep.
Showtime. Let's make it happen.
All right.